Paula, thank you so much for being on the show today. We appreciate all that you're doing for the community and for companies.
Thank you for having me.
You're
My
very
pleasure.
welcome. You've been listening to Silver Lining in the Cloud, sponsored by Computer Design and Integration and CDI Managed Services. Next up on our show this morning is Ash Brown, CEO of Ash Said It. Welcome, Ash.
Hi, thank you.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. So, Ash, tell us about yourself and what do you do?
Well, I do a little bit of everything, Nicole. Okay. It seems like I take on a new title every day. That's what it appears to be.
You're accepting to change as
as Paula was talking, I was like, that is exactly what I talk about on my podcast. Is people definitely jumping into their purpose. And that's the whole thing. I get people all the time. They said like 87% of people that are in their job hate their job.
Absolutely.
They hate going to work. They forgot what their passion was or what their dream was. And so, well, let's rewind. Okay, Ash Said It. Ash Said It is a lifestyle brand that I created to import positive insight, positive energy through podcast, through social media posts, through blog posts, through television programming, and it continues to just evolve and evolve. And somebody asked me, well, how did you start speaking? Why did you become a speaker? And it was honestly by accident. It's kind of funny the way the world works. So I was at a friend's wedding, and it was a beautiful ceremony. So, the bride and groom, everything's wonderful. We're jumping into the reception, and the MC doesn't show up. So she's freaking out. Like, it's like tears, mascara everywhere. She is like looking a hot mess. And so we're trying to get her calmed down, and she turns to me. She's like, "Ash, could you host the reception for me?" And I was like, "Girl, you crazy? I don't do that. That was not in my description. I didn't go to school for any of this." But she knew that I had a background with broadcasting and with radio, and she was like, it's just like when you're on the radio, just pretend that you're on the radio again. And so I jumped to it, and I just kind of took to it like water. And it really, you could not tell that I wasn't a part of the original plan. Right. And so I was like, this is maybe something I can kind of delve into. So people started to hire me on to host different events in and around the metro area. Started doing that. I went and got certified to be a wedding officiant. So I actually started doing weddings as well.
Wow.
So that was pretty awesome. The podcast, a friend of mine told me about this app named Spreaker. And they're like, go on Spreaker and start your own podcast show or whatever. I was like, I don't know. I kind of did the podcast thing before. And it really wasn't my forte. They were like, no, it could be whatever format you want to make it. It doesn't have to be a certain whatever. So I was like, okay. So I started every morning as I would get ready for the gym or getting ready to work out or get my day started. I would start off with doing a podcast post. And I would just talk about positive stuff that I wanted to hear myself. Because sometimes we have to be our own cheerleaders and our own, you have to. And so I just started doing that, just kind of not really consistently, just every blue moon. And a friend of mine that worked at iHeartRadio, they were like, look, you need to go and apply and see if you can get your podcast. I was like, my podcast is not going to get approved for iHeartRadio. Are you crazy? And I was like, whatever, you're out of your mind. And so I went ahead and applied, and I completely forgot. A year later, they hit me up, and they're like, look, you've been approved for iHeartRadio. I was like, are you serious? Wow. Oh my gosh. So from there, I was like, I took it a lot more serious. And so then I started to consistently do my podcast posts every day. So I do a daily podcast show from my phone or my tablet or whatever is with me. And it's just become this phenomenon where people need to hear positive affirmation. They need to hear positive energy. They need to understand that just because your life is in this rut doesn't mean that is your end-all, be-all. You have control over your future, what comes from it. And rewind a little bit more without getting too teary-eyed. Back in 2013, I decided to join the Army. And at that time, I was taking care of my mom and my sister, and they had a whole bunch of different health challenges going on. And I just hadn't had anything for myself in a minute. I just put my life on the shelf and just took care of them, which I would gladly do again. And I went off to basic training December 30th. On the 31st, my mom passed away. I didn't even get to finish training because mentally my mom was my everything, my best friend, my biggest cheerleader in life. And I just kind of went around a little aimlessly for that year, just doing things that were keeping me busy but really weren't my passion and really wasn't into what I was doing. And one thing that helped me a lot was being aware of the energy surrounding me. and being aware of the people surrounding me. Because I had a lot of people around me that had no business being there. Just energy vampires. They're just draining the energy out of you. And it was like God spoke to me and was like, look, you need to get away from these people so I can bless you with some stuff. You need to get away from all the craziness. You hear that message. And so I backed away from all the craziness and the mess of it. And that's where Ash said it came to be. And to see where it's grown to now, for where I'm doing television programming. I'm being flown here and there across the U.S. for different events, and to be featured and to have people reach out to me that I didn't even knew I existed is amazing, and it's a blessing, and it's not by accident.
Definitely not. And I'm enjoying the energy that you're bringing this morning, the positivity.
We got to speak it. We got to speak it into being.
Yeah, you better believe it. And despite the many challenges that we face daily, how do you remain so positive?
I have to just be conscious of my mindset. I have to be conscious. Every single day I wake up, I'm thankful. Every single day I wake up, I have goals set. I have to keep positive energy around me constantly. If there's someone around me, and it doesn't matter if they've been around for 10, 20 years, some of them are relatives. I have to be around positivity. I've had to let people go. When I went off to the Army, I had a relative tell me, oh, why are you joining the Army? It's something I want to do. I dropped 97 pounds. I got disciplined. It's what I wanted to do. She was like, well, they're just going to send you overseas to get killed. I didn't need to hear that 2 days before going to training. I didn't need to hear that when my mom's on life support in the hospital. And to have that type of energy around me, that's when I made a stand at myself to say, I'm going to take control of my life. I'm going to be in control of who's around me and whose energy I share. And from that, it's just being positive. The minute that I hear someone speaking negativity or anything bad, or that's not, it's not uplifting. No, we can't hang. We are not cool. And people take offense to it. It is what it is.
Right. You have to do what you have to do for your own peace of mind.
Exactly.
It's better than anything. So, Ash, what has been your biggest accomplishment?
My biggest accomplishment? Wow. I've had so many blessings, so many great things that have happened to me. I don't know if I can necessarily name just one. I think being picked up by the major platforms such as iHeartRadio, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Play, that was really huge, because I was like, wow, you don't really know what you're capable of until you actually step out there. And it's like, I'm not going to do that. I'll do it just for kicks and giggles. I'll try it out. But to actually see that, wow, people do value you, it makes a difference. And it definitely sticks with you. And it just goes to show, it doesn't matter what your circumstance is, what your situation is. You taking charge of it, that's going to make the difference.
I agree. So what is this Bodice Goddess Affair? That sounds like something I need
the
to know
Bodice
about.
Yes, you need to be out, Nicole, Paula. We're coming out to the Bodice Goddess Affair. Okay, so if you guys haven't already heard of Lingerie Lingerie, they are a lingerie boutique that is in Kennesaw, Georgia. It's run by the two ladies, Cynthia and Molly, from the show Double Divas from Lifetime. You guys may or may not know.
Yes.
But they had a show on Lifetime called Double Divas, and they basically go around and they size women. From size A to, I think, like G or something like that. Okay. And so we got into contact with one another, and they're like, look, we want to do a bra fitting event. Would you host it? I was like, yeah. Yeah, anything you guys need, I'm there.
She said, I never met a mic I didn't like.
So on August the 20th, we're having a bra fitting affair for all the ladies that come out. The first 10 ladies get a free gift bag. Of all kind of goodies and stuff.
What time does it start?
It starts at 1 p.m., ends at 5.
Okay, I'll be there.
So from 1 to 5, it's going to be fun. And if you haven't already been to the Lingerie Lingerie boutique, it's like a giant toy store for women. Like, you're just going to be like, oh my gosh, your eyes are going to go everywhere. There's tapestry and all kind of stuff on the walls, and you'll see the different... with me, like I said, dropping 97 pounds, number one, wasn't easy. And then, of course, I wasn't wearing the right bra, because you kind of go off of, oh, well, I'll just wear this one because it fits and I got it. And
there's no wire.
I'll play it off. But it's really important, and Molly and Cynthia are very big on educating women on why what the importance is as far as wearing the correct size bra, and how, we sometimes can even cause ourselves personal injury by not wearing the correct size. So to have these ladies out there, they've got tons of fitting rooms. There's going to be snacks. Special shout to Blush and Bear, blushandbear.com.
Blushing Bear?
Blessed and Bear. I can't talk today. BlessedandBear.com. They're supplying us with some libations, some drinks.
Okay.
And and also, I got to write all this stuff down. Tasty sweets and cupcakes and cookies.
Okay.
They're sending us a whole bunch of really, really good, tasty stuff. So it's going to be
nice.
fun.
Very nice.
So I'm looking forward
Thanks
to that.
for sharing that.
Absolutely.
We're talking with Ash Brown, CEO of Ash Said It, on Silver Lining the Cloud, sponsored by CDI Managed Services. So, Ash, what is happening tonight at the Avalon? That's like right around the corner from me. I think I need to drop by.
It is. Well, it's not actually tonight. It's actually going to be September the 14th.
Okay, September 14th.
September the 14th. Yeah, September the 14th. They've got the noon to night event. Is going to be awesome. It's a fashion show, and it
Okay.
benefits. The Avalon is joining forces with Bert's Big Adventure for the 3rd annual noon to night fashion show on Thursday, September the 14th,
Okay.
from 6 to 10 p.m. This soiree will benefit Bert's Big Adventure, a nonprofit that provides a magical, all-expense-paid trip, 5-day journey to Walt Disney World for children with chronic and terminal illnesses with their families.
What a great cause.
It is amazing cause. I love Bert Wise, the Bert Show. They're amazing. Last year, the Avalon raised over $50,000 for Bert's Big Adventure. Avalon Boulevard will be covered with celebrity blue carpets and transformed into this big world-class runway. The evening will kick off with a cocktail reception, fare from the Avalon's famed eateries such as Rumi's Kitchen, Barley Garden, the Oak Steakhouse, followed by a fabulous fashion show featuring one of your favorite influences here in Atlanta. You know, this little lady named Ash Brown will be on that runway.
Okay.
So we're going to have fun with that. It's just, fall is an exciting time in the fashion world, and the noon to night will bring a top-notch fashion experience to the metro Atlanta area. The show will feature more than 100 looks provided by Avalon's retailers such as Free People, Janie and Jack, Peter Miller, Boogaloos, and so much more.
Wow.
Atlanta celebrities and Bert's Big Adventure families will model the looks. The Bert's Big Adventure children will have the ultimate modeling experience as they play dress up with hair and makeup provided by the Dry Bar and the Cosmetic Market. The fashion show is ticketed, and you guys can go right now to experienceavalon.com. That is experienceavalon.com to get your tickets. And yours truly, Ash Brown, Ash Said It, LLC. will be there. I'll be floating around. You guys will see me there.
A lot going on. Thanks for letting us know about these events. Now, tell us, how can our listeners also get in contact with you?
The best way for people to reach me is on ashsaidit.com. So you guys go to ashsaidit.com. And also, I am One Love Ash across social media. So that is the number 1, Love Ash. And you can at me, you can mention me, you can tag me, and tell me, hey, Ash, I loved you. Hey, Ash, I hated you.
You said
it
One
works.
Love Ash?
Yeah, One Love Ash, the number 1.
Okay, gotcha. Wow, yeah, I want to check into your daily podcast on iHeartRadio. In addition to prayer, you need all the motivation.
Absolutely, every day.
So I love it, and I'm definitely going to be checking you out. Ash, thank you so much for being on the program today. We really appreciate you and all that you are doing. Thank you so much. You've been listening to Silver Lining in the Cloud, where we talk business to business. Thank you to our guest today, Paula Robinson, CEO and owner of JPR and Associates LLC, and Ash Brown, CEO of Ash Said It. We appreciate you both for what you do for the community, and again, thank you for being on the show. I'm Nicole Toptosh on behalf of CDI Managed Services. As a reminder, to listen to this show and other Silver Lining in the Cloud broadcasts, go to silverlining.businessradiox.com, and until next time, remember, when it comes to IT solutions, CDI Managed Services is your Silver Lining in the Cloud.
Clear.
Great show, ladies. That was fun. Wow, we got a lot going on here. But I'm I'm really, really interested in your program too, Paula.
Okay.
I want to talk to you more about something.
Oh, sure. My pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody happy with everything? How it
Yeah,
went?
that was
Were you crying
awesome.
tears of joy or tears
Well,
of laughter?
yeah.
She wants to sign up. She's like, "Can I come back next week?
I know.
I got some more stuff I need to
Yeah,
share."
I do really. But it's great.
Paula's gonna be like, Ash, she's gonna have her own show.
That's my plan.
You know what she reminds me of? Her personality and effervescence. Remember the girl from the chamber? She left.
Courtney.
Oh my
Courtney
God.
Spencer.
Yeah.
I know
Is
Courtney.
that your relative?
No, I know Courtney. I used to be a part of the chamber.
Yeah. Okay.
Ash is the evil twin.
She's like, let's stir it up. I love it though.
Let me take one more picture of each of you with your headsets on, and then we'll get a picture of all of you together.
Okay.
Okay.
And this one you can I got pictures of you while you're on the air. Now just get pictures of you just smiling at the camera.
Oh, wait a minute.
You ready, Ash? Get you out here. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Excuse me, Nicole. 3, 2, 1. Okay. You'll receive a thank you email from us. Nicole's